Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are so excited to be bringing to you live from these individual homes. We are kind of around from Tip City, Detroit to Atlanta, Georgia. So we want to bring in some new guests that we normally don't have on some of our Zoom calls to talk about healthy lifestyles. But tonight we're going to talk about pets, our pets who are man's best friend, right? I love their unconditional love and so many things that they offer to give people. So I'm just going to kick it off by sharing a little bit of some things that I love that I see that happens for pets, and that is the health benefits that it gives their pet owners or mommy fur babies. I don't know what you guys call them, so you guys can share a little bit about what the titles are today. I'm probably a little bit out of touch on that. But some of the health benefits that I love that I've read and researched about is that, pets offer a lot of health benefits like decreasing our blood pressure, cholesterol levels, feelings of loneliness. They increase opportunities to exercise and get outdoors, and also social interactions. And I know my sister, when her and I have done walks on our phone, she's constantly stopping when I hear her say hello to somebody. It's usually somebody else's dog or someone's cat or wherever she's walking in her neighborhood. So it's so exciting because one pet lover usually enjoys another pet lover's. All those things are great. And I just think it's wonderful to see. I was just mentioning to the girls, our neighborhood does a yearly party in the summertime. And last year I captured this really cool picture of all of our neighbors together. And we had so many pets this year. Everybody was greeting pets from the neighborhood, which is nice because it's good to know what their demeanors are, their personalities, and also if they ever get loose, we want to make sure that, we let those pet owners know that their animal may be in danger. So I love it that the neighbors did bring him over to our house this year. It was really fun. But did you know that nutrition plays a big role in a lot of pets? I know in the past, I don't know what formulas they use in a lot of the dog food, cat food, and any kind of pet food. But one thing I did know, there are a lot of things in common that we have with our pets. So when I was researching some things, I looked up, what are some safe fruits and vegetables that were good for cats and dogs. And a lot of them were the things that I was getting in my diet every day too. Like bananas and blueberries, cantaloupe, cranberries, cucumbers, mangoes. I was just really blown away. Well, I was visiting my sister a few years back in Atlanta, and I noticed that she was always giving her dogs carrots. And I'm like, I had no idea that dogs could eat carrots. And they just would go nuts. So that was my way of introducing to them and them getting friendly with her dogs, is that I would give a treat. And since I love fruits and vegetables and I love educating on that, that of course made me pretty happy that I could actually get friendly with her dogs and give them their treats of carrots. But then she introduced me to something different that I never saw before. So I would like to probably kick off, and I'll just start with Kim. And I would love for Kim to introduce herself and her dogs and tell her little story about how she got more fruits and vegetables in her two dogs. Kim? You'll have to mute yourself.
Oh, there we go. See, I'm all new to this, as y'all can tell. I guess with having a sister like Margie, I'll probably get used to it, won't I? But anyways, so my name is Kim, and we are in Georgia, and I have two dogs. When we moved over here 13 years ago, we got these two doggies, and they're brother and sister. This is Logan. They're 13 years old. Logie. He's yeah, and here's Lily. She's been having back issues these days, so she's pretty much resting there. But my thing is how I started doing this. I would open my bag. Oh, there, I got all of you guys. I would open my bag of Juice Plus. Sorry, there we go. And I don't know if they heard the wrapper or smelled the fruits and vegetables. I don't know, but then they came and I said, would y'all like to have one? And they would just look at me. So I did, and they pretty much took my finger off with the treat when they would eat it. And so then I started giving it to them, and they could just be laying sound asleep, and I would ask them if they wanted Juice Plus, and they'd come running, and I yeah, and he's opening his mouth like, I want another Juice Plus. But so it's really funny how I can get their attention with that. And he's whining, Logan, you gotta wait. But anyways, or sometimes I'll give, Lily is a little bit slower to eat hers. I think because she's just usually sleeping, tired, and he always comes and makes sure she ate it all. He's looking for more, and they love him a lot. I was very surprised, and Lily usually does not like sweet stuff. Like I'll give them a carrot, and they like broccoli, and stuff like that. But as far as fruits, I tried, which I probably shouldn't, but I've tried little real fruits like an orange or a piece of an apple, and they don't really want it. But they take those gummies, and it's just it's really really cool that they like it, and they normally don't like stuff like for instance too, even like a chip. They won't eat any. They'll eat the organic one with no salt, but they won't eat the regular one with salt. So to me, it tells me that they like the things that are good for them, and they gobble the Juice Plus right up, all three of them. And he's still pacing here at my feet, trying to get another one. But they are like our babies. My babies are 26 and 28, so these little doggies are my babies, and yeah. So I don't know why I wouldn't give to them what I take every day myself. So
does it give you peace of mind, that you have something healthy as a treat that you give them, part of their diet?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because they I hear you, Logan. Yeah, it does, and they really like them. And I've not been told I couldn't give it to them. So yeah.
Great.
So
One thing I know, because I know her dogs personally, I see them every time I go and visit, is I noticed the hair, their coat on the dog's hair was different after she started giving them Juice Plus. And I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, man, they just always look so healthy. Just wanted to cuddle up to them.
You got conditioner all up in your hair. Get in the bathroom. Go.
So anyways, Kim, thanks for sharing. Sarah or Elsie, one of you want to share next?
So I'll go, since I'll probably have to get baths here soon. I'm Sarah Jurgens. I'm Margie's neighbor, and this is Piper. She is 7 months old. So she's tired. She had a rough weekend because her half sister came and stayed with us. So they played all weekend. But we started giving Piper, I started giving Piper the Juice Plus when I'd get him out of the cabinet to give it to I have 4 kids, 14, 13, 7, and 4. So after dinner every night, I dole out the Juice Plus gummies, and I was just, one day I'm like, let's just see what she does. And we all kind of had to laugh because to watch her try to chew a gummy is kind of funny. And she loves them. So, and I thought, you know what, like Kim said, if I'm going to give it to my kids and myself, we want her around. We lost our other golden this summer, who was my 7-year-old's best friend. So I want to prolong her life as long as possible. And I was hoping that giving her something extra will help keep her around for as long as possible. And the goal is, once she gets her brains, since she's only 7 months old and we don't have brains yet, is that she's going to go and become a therapy dog. I'm a child therapist in schools. So I would love her to, see, she has to, yes, we're ladylike. My goal is to have her certified so she can come to work with me. So anything to keep her coat nice and healthy and looking good will benefit everybody. And as long as she's healthy, like I said, it'll keep her around as long as we can, because she is our 5th child, and we just love her. We haven't had her that long. So.
And it probably keep her mentally strong too. So if she's going to be a therapy dog, that's something that you definitely want to, her to be able to be calm around the kids, and
yes.
They're emotional, they're mental, and they're physical too, just like us, right?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, and everything you said about dogs, I did my master's thesis on animal-assisted therapy and the effects of depression and anxiety. And you're right, it helps everybody. So I think if
I didn't even think about that. I could have had you did a whole speech on all of that information.
that was years ago.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh,
Well, I just noticed I saw a statistic, it's like 40-some% increase in animals, dogs that are being brought into families now, especially the millennials. They're increasing. I don't know, maybe you can answer this, Sarah. Is it because the millennials are not having as many children and dogs, they're filling in the gap with that? Or is it because the millennials or maybe the younger generation is not as social face to face? They're more social media type, and maybe an animal fills that gap. Do you know any of that?
I don't know any of that, but both sound very logical. I mean, and I think a lot of people, I mean, I was raised with pets. We always had pets. And, when we lost Libby back in June, we only went a week without, I had to find Piper. I couldn't go. So I think once you have one, you'll always have one. But I think, those points are very good, that they provide a social aspect. And for some of our millennials that are not as social as we would like them to be because of social media and stuff like that, it's a way to connect with other people. Because all pet owners are crazy in love with their pets, and it's a commonality.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you guys do a lot of meet and greet when you're out walking in neighborhoods? Do people, it's kind of like holding a baby, everyone wants to stop and check it out? Do you find that with your pets as well?
Oh yeah. When I pulled in the driveway today, and our neighbor was in our yard with her dog and a Piper just there. She was just petting on both of them. She was walking hers, and Piper was in the front yard, and she had stopped to pet Piper. So I think everybody just loves to see him when we take her to the lake with us, and everybody wanted to, when she was a pup, of course, everybody wants to see a baby on the lake, and a baby puppy on the lake's even better. So they would all ooh and ah over her.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's such good education because for me, because the more I get to learn more about them, I know how for me to be around other people's pets and stuff. So it's good. And having a holistic practice, it's good to have that in my pocket to probably encourage some of my patients that might struggle with some things physically or emotionally. So these are all really good things for me to be learning from all of you that, have these wonderful pets. Thanks. Hey, Miss Elsie, what about your little critters over in your neck of the woods?
Well, I have 3. My husband, he just got a red Australian, or a red blue healer. And this is Chase. He's a rescue. We rescued him from the animal shelter here in Troy. And then Zip, he's my oldest Aussie. We got him when he was a puppy. And I started giving, Zip has always been one that would eat whatever Mom ate. If I would try to offer him something and he didn't want it, if I'd take a bite of it, he would eat it. So, and then he got to a point, Zip has a lot of anxiety. And I had tried several different chews and stuff for him, and he wouldn't eat them. So I started giving him Juice Plus to see if that would help with the anxiety, because I know it does help with adults and humans and kids. So, and I noticed when I did start that, it did help him, as long as I keep him on a regimen. If I would skip a couple days, I could notice a big difference. And then when giving them to Zip, then Chase wants some, and then the little one, his name is Petey Pete. That's my husband's dog. But every day I'll yell at him, "You guys want your Juice Plus? Come on, get your Juice Plus. Here it is.
Aww.
Here's yours. Here's yours."
Aww.
I'll have to show you with Chase. Chase, wait. You gotta work for yours. Chase, get your Juice Plus. Get it. He throws it up off his nose and catches it.
That's wonderful.
I have, it's something a lot of people don't like to talk about, but I will notice that the Juice Plus keeps my dogs a lot regular too. They'll go outside and potty. Where Chase, I'm not sure of his background, but when we got him, he had a lot of issues, and he's pretty regular. He goes out and goes to the bathroom 4 and 5 times a day. So, I know it's helping with that. And it can help with the puppy. I mean, it can hurt. So, and that's where Pete comes in.
So it sounds like from all of you, all 3 of you pet owners, that what we struggle with as humans,
yeah. Yep.
that we have improved our diets through healthier lifestyle, and one of the choices, Juice Plus, that we've all 3 in common have added, we've shared that, we've seen that happen, the same things with our animals, our pets, and in your cases, because you all 3 have dogs. So you see regular consistency with them. You've seen improved, their coats, the way they look, their acts, some of their emotions, and also some of their health issues is to decrease. We're not making any claims here about the animals, but knowing that you guys are seeing some of the same things happen for them as you have your own self. And I think that's pretty cool that Juice Plus gives that. Have any of you tried giving them the capsules, like sprinkling the capsules over their food, or you primarily all just do gummies?
I do gummies with mine. I've never done the capsules, so mine eat dry food. I feed them for health, which is potatoes and beef. I don't feed them anything that's got those byproducts in it, because what a lot of people don't understand is when you get a dog food that's byproducts, that is, a lot of times it is animals that have been euthanized. It's roadkill that's been picked up along the road, and it's just all ground together, and that's what your babies are eating. Now, if I was eating that, I'm quite sure I'd have quite a few issues too.
Right. So tell us a little bit, you're pretty well diverse about the Juice Plus product, Elsie. Could you share us a little bit about why Juice Plus made sense to you? Why do you feel safe about it? What is it about Juice Plus that helped you with that decision?
Are you asking me what helped with my own life or just with my pets?
Your pets and Juice Plus.
I love my dogs. My husband, he is always so funny. When I leave the house, I'm always like, okay, guys, I'll be back. I got to go do this. I got to go do that. I love you. I'll be back. And my husband's sitting at the table and he'll say, hey, I'm sitting here. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about you. But yeah, I do. I love my animals. We've got horses. I raise goats and everything. And, I had a bull mastiff at one time, and we had to have her put down because mentally she became unstable. And when I had talked with a rescue group, it's like they told me, how do you feel when you have eaten something that upset your stomach, or vice versa, something? And an animal goes through those same things as we do. When they eat something, what do we do if we feel bad? We snap at somebody or we get hateful. Well, that's the same thing with an animal. And I would like to keep them from feeling that way just as much as I would myself.
Great point. Great point. So do any of your dogs have a favorite flavor of the Juice Plus?
They like them both. And when they're lucky, they do get, from time to time, I give them the Vineyard.
Okay. Anybody feed theirs the Omegas? They like the Omegas? Robin's shaking her head yes. Robin, do you want to share about your animal? You have a dog?
Well, she passed in July, but August, excuse me. But I was doing the capsules with her.
Okay.
Not so much the fruits, more the vegetable, and then the Omegas, because that was, I had her tested to see what her body responded to, and I was giving her all 3 for a while. I was not doing berries. I was doing fruits, vegetables, and Omegas. Her body didn't respond to the fruits very well, so I just backed off of those. Gave her the veggies and the Omegas. I would just pour them in with her dry food, and I always use some kind of Oh, a variety of different things. A broth, something to give it some flavor that was all vegetarian,
Great.
or specifically for animals. So we
I
just
don't.
goat's milk on occasion.
Did you guys ever give your dogs like a omegas that had like from the fish oil before? Ever in the past? Because some of my clients that have animals, they said that the one thing they don't like is their breath. It smells like fish all the time from the fish oil. So I was loving that Juice Plus, came out with an omega without the fish, and it's just the plant only. So I was just curious how your animals responded to that. But I know that now having an omega that doesn't have the fishy smell, that the pet owners love that, because when they're loving on their animals, they don't have to smell that nasty fish smell anymore. So any last piece of advice or that any of you guys want to give to anyone that has pets and wants to, any other information you guys want to give before we close out? Kim or Sarah?
What I've done. Oh, I don't know what
We can hear
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, this dog right here has not left my sight, and he just now stood up. He's been sitting begging for another treat for quite some time. The whole time, Logan, you done had about 5 of them, but he's still wanting something. But anyways, they really like him. That's all I can say.
Well, that's great. Well, thanks for sharing, ladies. I so appreciate this. I hope this will be some good piece of information for people when they're looking for something extra nutrition to give to their animals, to keep them around a lot longer. Like Sarah, she just lost her doggy too. So she's like, I definitely want to give this to her dog to keep him around for a lot longer and have a healthier life too, because she's got 4 kids, and I know they offer a lot for families. So I just so appreciate all the information you guys have. So if anybody that is going to be watching this or listening to it later, you can comment in the section here on this Facebook page, and we'll be happy to answer. All the girls can give their feedback on their animals if you'd like for them to answer any questions you might have. Okay? Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good
Take
evening,
care.
everybody.
You